Hello, my name is Renetta Ray, and I'm a student at Baruch College. I will be doing a video on Tableau software, which is commonly used for business intelligence, analytics, and forecasting. First, I will show you a quick tutorial on how to install Tableau on your Mac. Then, use a simple marketing analytics business case example and show you just how Tableau can help you and your business make decisions. So, what is Tableau? Tableau is a business intelligence software that makes it easy for anyone to upload large data sets with capabilities to edit, visualize, and understand your data. It also allows you to do trend forecasting. You can easily upload the data sets from various sources such as Excel, Google Analytics, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and more. You can install various forms of Tableau. You have Tableau Desktop, which is what we will be using today, Tableau Server, which is on the premise of your job, Tableau Online, which is on the cloud, Tableau Reader, which is a free edition that allows you to interact with workbooks and share what you've learned, and Tableau Public, which is also free and allows you to share your visualizations with social media and your website. So now for the installation process. We will be installing Tableau Desktop Student Edition, which is free for 1 year. If you're not a student, Tableau still gives you the option to have a free trial on Tableau Desktop, Tableau Server, or Tableau Online. For students, you go to this link. Once you get there, this home page will pop up. You just hit Get It Free. Then it will take you to this page right here. Enter the information requested. Right here, you put your school and your date of birth, hit submit. It would then take you to the end user license agreement page. You hit agree, and then it will verify. Once this pops up, you drag the Tableau icon into your applications folder, and then it will start to copy Tableau to your applications. Well, sometimes accidents happen, as it did for me. I got this error. The Flexnet licensing service is not present on the system. So this is how I resolved it. In Finders, click Applications. Hold down the Control key, click Tableau, and then select Show Package Contents. Then double-click Contents, double-click Installers, and then double-click Tableau Flexnet.pkg. After that, follow the instructions in the installation wizards and use the default options. When the Flexnet installation completes, open Tableau Desktop and complete the activation process, which will take you to this page. You then put in your full email. No, you cannot find out what my email is. Hit register. It will take you to the Tableau homepage, which is here. And now it begins. Well, we've already mentioned that we can use Tableau for business intelligence. You could also use it as a data analyst and as a marketing analyst, which we will give you a short example for later. Also, as a business analyst, trend forecaster, web analyst, and more. So now for the business case. You are a marketing analyst in a company that sells furniture, computer accessories, and other technology-related products. Your employer wants to horizontally integrate the business and asks you to find which customer segments, regions, and states are the best fit to focus their technology expansion. So now let's head over to Tableau and see how we will find exactly what to recommend. The first thing we're going to do is to upload a file. This is just a practice case. So Tableau already has some sample data that we could use. So we'll just go right here to the Excel, Sample Superstore. And here, in the orders, we're just going to drag the sheet right here. Now, this will allow you to take a look at all of the data that you have. This is useful so you know which one you want to use depending on the problem you're trying to solve. So, down here, we'll go to sheet 1, which is what this is. Now, as you may recall, your employer wants to horizontally integrate the business and asks you to find which customer segments, regions, and states are best fit to focus their technology expansion. Our employer wants us to look at customer segments, regions, and states. I want to start at customer segments. So, take a look at this information here. You see that it's divided into two sections. You have dimensions and you have measures. Dimensions I would like to call qualitative data. It helps explain what you're looking at, almost like metadata. Over here is quantitative data. It allows you to do numerical measures such as sum, average, and more. So let's go to the segments. Whichever dimension you want to use, you drag it right here to the columns. Whichever measure you want to use, you drag it to the rows right here. So let's start with segment again. Segment right here. And let's look at sales, which is a clear indicator of how well that segment is doing. So you can see by this bar chart that the consumer segment is well above corporate and home office. But in order to better look at the data, these are other charts. My personal preference is the packed bubbles. And here again, you can see that the consumer bubble is much larger than the other two. And you can read the sales. It has $1,161,401. Corporate, $706,146. And home office is the lowest. Now, sales is just one measure. But let's see profit, because of course something could be selling, but it could not be making the business any money. So let's put this back here and look at profit. And again, we see that the customer segment has the highest profit. Now, like my favorite bubble chart, you see again that the consumer clearly has the best profit. Now, this is one indicator. I think measuring sales and profits is a clear indicator to note that the consumer segment is the highest grossing segment, which is an avenue that your boss might want to look at to expand the technology sector. Basically, to make products that's going to fit into this target market. Okay? Okay, next we want to see which region is most promising for the expansion. Region goes in columns. Remember, dimensions goes in columns and measures goes in rows. So let's look at sales again. We see that the West has the highest sales with 772,458 dollars. And the East is second best. Now let's see which region has the highest profit. Okay. So up top is sales and at the bottom is profits. We could see that it's almost basically a dish, almost the same as what happened with sales, whereas the West is the highest in profit. So we know that sales is a clear indicator if the product is actually doing good. Because like I said, sometimes you could have high sales and low profits, but it's not the case in this company. It's pretty consistent. So now we know that we could definitely recommend the West as actually the first place for the expansion and the East as the second. Or if there's just one place they want to expand first, it's clearly the West. Okay, next is the states. So let's put back the profits. Now we're looking for states. It's not here, but there's more under, so just drag it down. Here it is, states. Okay. Let's do the graphs. Now what this will help me to do is to eliminate the regions that I don't want. So let's go to regions, go to filter, and let's get rid of the central and south, which was our lowest selling regions. Okay, now this is a clear indicator. As you see right here, the red is the west and the east is orange. We see the highest grossing state in the west is West California, $457,688 in sales. And in the east, it's New York with $310,876,000. Okay, so now let's check another measure. Let's put back sales and put profit. Just to double check and make sure that we're going to recommend the right thing. Go to the show me. And again, we'll do exactly what we did with cells. In the filter option, we're getting rid of the lowest selling regions, which is the central and south. And just like cells, West California and New York has the highest profits. So, you're a little bit more assured that you're going to recommend the right region and the right state. So far, we're able to come to 3 conclusions which our employer asked us to do. Now for your recommendations. Out of the 3 categories, we clearly saw that the consumer segment was the highest grossing segment. Next, out of the regions, West Coast, followed closely by East Coast, were the highest grossing regions. Lastly, for states, West California, followed closely by New York, were the highest profitable states. Now you have your 3 recommendations to give to your employer. This is just the basics of what Tableau is capable of doing. With all of the information that's given, you could go much more in depth and look at different type of variables and different type of statistical or quantitative methods to get the result that you need for your business. So I encourage you to do so. I had fun with it, and I know you will too. Thank you.